Welcome everybody to our gut health event. This is inspired by Plexus. My name is Amy and I have been with Plexus for going on 10 years, which is insane. That's like most of my kids' childhood. And it's just incredible because I think, man, what a different mom I could have been. It's just been incredible. So for those of you who don't know, Plexus is a wellness company. It's a little bit something to everyone is a little different, right? Like for some people, it's helped them with digestive issues. For another person, it may have helped with migraines. It's helped with all kinds of things. And it's incredible. You're going to hear some really powerful stories tonight. I have two women that are going to be sharing, and they are, you're going to be amazed. And I'll share a tiny bit of my story. But here's the thing. You're going to walk away and you're going to be like, man, what is this stuff? Is it a miracle? And I can't wait to hear a little bit more from Valeria tonight, who's a nurse. It's actually not a miracle. It seems like it sometimes, but it's really just giving your body the vitamins and minerals it needs to function how it should. I mean, really, your body's the miracle. So these stories are really powerful. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll share a little bit more of my story later, but I'm going to introduce our first speaker tonight, Marlee. She's been on the product a while. She'll tell you, but this is actually her very first time sharing publicly. So I'm so proud of you. It's not always easy to do that, but she really believes in the product and knows that, people need what we have. So she's going to share and then we'll move on from there. So go ahead, Marlee, take it away.
Hello. Okay, first of all, I'll tell you a little bit about myself. This September, I'll be married 39 years. And we have 8 children. Grandbaby number 20 was just born in May, and 2 more grandbabies on the way. And I homeschooled all of my children back, in the dinosaur days when it was still considered taboo. You weren't supposed to homeschool. But the reason I got interested in doing things more naturally was because when my baby number 7 was 6 weeks old, she got a cold. So I took her to the doctor, and the doctor wanted me to vaccinate her at 5.5 weeks with a cold. And I didn't want to, but she made me feel like if I didn't, I was a horrible mother. So I did it. And then 10 days later, she was in the hospital with whooping cough. But it was just a coincidence that she got whooping cough 10 days after getting vaccinated. So I decided I wanted to do things more naturally. I didn't want medicine. So that's what brought me to Plexus years later. And some friends from church told us about it. And of course, at first I was skeptical, investigated a little bit, found out that there was nothing bad in it. It was all natural, good for you. But the cost of it detoured me for a while because we lived paycheck to paycheck with 8 kids. And at this time, my youngest would have been about 17 or 18, I think, when I started Plexus. But still the cost of it, I couldn't justify it. I had like 10 or 11 grandkids by then. And so they just kept telling me about it. And I kept hearing them, but kept kind of pushing them to the back burner. But then after a while, I was like, okay, I guess the biggest thing for me was not having bowel movements regularly. So for as long as I can remember, I had one bowel movement every 7 to 10 days, and I thought that was normal. But you can only imagine going once every 7 to 10 days. It was not comfortable to go. And so I would, put it off. I learned how to hold it in as long as I could because I didn't want to go. It hurt. I was tired all the time. My stomach felt like I had a boulder in my stomach, cranky. I had migraines. My migraines would last, sometimes a day, sometimes 3 to 4 days. I would have 2 to 3 migraines per week. They caused me a lot of nausea, just not feeling good, feeling yucky all the time. Brain fog. Mention again, cranky. I was a borderline diabetic for many years. and my blood pressure was high. So I finally stuck my foot in the water and I was like, all right, I got to try Plexus. So I started taking it, and Plexus tells you at the beginning, they say, give it time to work because, you've had years and years to do what you've done to your body. But within the first week, I was really getting rid of the poison that I had built up in my body. I just started feeling better pretty quickly. Fast forward to today, which I've been on Plexus. I think it'll be 7 years in October. But I'm now going to the restroom 2 to 3 times per day with no pain. My migraines are gone. I have energy. The brain fog is lifted. I'm not a cranky person anymore. My blood sugar levels are normal. And my blood pressure is slightly elevated, but the doctor's not even concerned about it yet. So for me, I will definitely take Plexus for the rest of my life. It's 100% worth it. And that's my story.
Wow. Thank you so much for sharing, Marlee. You did an amazing job. And you just touched on a lot of really important things. And I was where you were, just thinking, man, we're living paycheck to paycheck too. I don't know how I can afford it, but just like you, I had severe migraines. And I'm telling you, when you're suffering like that, or even not being able to go to the bathroom, that's suffering. You will find a way. You will find a way, because it's a lot of times we feel like we can't afford things, but it's really, we just don't know the value of it. So I really appreciate you being open and honest and sharing your story. I love it. I'm so happy for you. So one of the things that Marlee, I think, mentioned or that you took was the triplex, right?
Yes.
Is that what? Okay.
Yeah.
So Valeria will share a little bit more too in a second, but the triplex, that's our core, our best gut health system. This is what most people we recommend starting with, because what it is, it's dealing with the 3 core issues. It's blood sugar, stabilizing your blood sugar, dealing with inflammation, and then gut health. If you are struggling with something, and maybe it's not the things that Marlee mentioned tonight, I mean, I'm telling you, there's so many things that are related to those 3 core things, but Google it. Whatever it is, even something as seemingly minor, like lack of energy, which sounds minor, but man, when you didn't have energy, you've got how many grandkids? All these grandkids, children, you need that energy, and it's everything. So thank you so much for sharing. So I'm going to introduce now our next speaker, Valeria. She is such a joy to know. She is a nurse by trade as well. And I love hearing her perspective, because she's very, especially coming from the medical community, she is very passionate about gut health and natural things as well. So Valeria, are you able to unmute and share? There we go.
I am.
Thank you. Take it away.
Yes, ma'am. So a little bit about me. I am a nurse. I've been a nurse for about 10 years now. I've been married for 23 this November. We have 4 kids, no grandbabies, but we got one getting married in October, so hopefully soon. So like I said, I'm a nurse. And when I first started my nursing career, like all new birds, you just want to get all of the nuggets and do as you're told. But as I began to dig deeper, because I am very much I need to know why things work the way that they work, I realized that a lot of the medications that are being prescribed do a little bit more harm than good. And instead of getting to the root cause of whatever issue one is having, it's just masking the symptom. And as I began to dig deeper, I ran into some research from holistic providers, medical professionals, that link gut health to a various amount of diseases, even mental health. And I am super passionate about mental health. So that was like a big aha moment for me. But then personally, in 2014, I got my gallbladder And let me tell you, I used to enjoy garlic and all kinds of greasy foods. And after that, that was like, I couldn't anymore. Or if I did, I had to be sure that I was very, very, very near a restroom. But since starting Plexus consistently, because this is my second go around with Plexus, for the last year, I have been able to eat just about whatever I want and not have to worry about the location of a restroom, which is absolutely awesome. Amy, you don't know this. I don't like to say that I don't get migraines anymore because I get headaches, but my headaches are vascular in nature. And as Marlee said, you know, we do all kinds of horrible things to our bodies for years and years and years and expect, you know, a month or 2 or 3 of a supplement to just wipe that all away. And I know it's going to take time to heal from the inside. So I'm looking forward to seeing more of the health benefits of Plexus.
I love it. Oh my goodness. Thank you for sharing that. It's so good. And here's what I love. I love that the two of you, and probably many of you on here, really did your research, right? It always gives us confirmation. I'm going to be honest with you. You know what I did? Personally, I joined for the business opportunity, which is kind of rare in Plexus. And I say that because even though we have an incredible business opportunity with Plexus, most people come for our product because they are so powerful and they work so well. So what I did, just to make sure it was okay, I trusted my friend and I Googled who died from Plexus, and I found out nobody did. And it was all really good stuff. And the more I learned about it, I was so amazed and so excited. So I'm going to take a minute for those of you who want to do your research and see a little. We encourage you to do that. What I love about Plexus is everything you want to know is available to you. Every label, every ingredient. If there's a question that we can't answer, we will point you in the right direction. And so for those of you who love to research, that is available for you. I just trusted my friend and it was good enough for me, and praise God I did, because it's completely changed my health around. I used to be the mom that kind of needed to take a nap every single day. I would lay on the couch and make up games for my kids, like, okay, who can do a big race or this or that. So it was just the energy that I had, the migraines that I used to get, and it just completely changed my health around. I'm just not getting sick. 3 kids always getting sick, and me getting sick, which just, it's been so incredible. It really builds your immune system as well. So I'm going to take a moment and I am going to just play a 2 or 3 minute video. I think it's like 2 minutes and 30 seconds. And this is just going to give you an overall view of our gut health and our microbiome. So let me go ahead and share my screen with you, and then we will then we'll come on back. So I know I can do this because I am capable. Let's see. We got it. We got this. Look at this. We have it. I know it. Woo.
Realize it, but trillions of microscopic organisms, or microbes, call the human body home. These tiny microbes live on and in us, outnumbering our human cells 10 to 1. 95% of these microbes live in our gut and even have a name, the gut microbiome. Scientists are actively studying the relationship between our gut microbiome and our health, and what they've discovered is life-changing. Scientific studies have shown that our gut microbiome is essential to our health and happiness, and there's a lot of reasons why. First, gut microbes keep us healthy by educating and training our immune system to fight off invaders. This boosts your body's ability to deal with toxins, allergens, or harmful microorganisms. Want to know what else lives in your gut? 70% of your body's immune cells. This means when your gut is healthy, it can improve your overall health by leaps and bounds. We also have these microbes to thank for their ability to produce essential vitamins like B12, folate, and vitamin K. Hello, health. Secondly, gut microbes secrete neurotransmitters like GABA, dopamine, and mood-boosting serotonin, 90% of which is produced in the gut. So if you are looking to improve your mood, you've come to the right place. Good microbes have the ability to reduce stress hormones and anxiety. Hello, happiness. Lastly, gut microbes can also help keep our weight in check. Good gut microbes like Akkermansia play a critical role in metabolism, impacting how much energy we burn and how much fat we store. But that's not all. Gut microbes are also vital for digestion and help us break down nutrients to fuel our bodies. So, how do our gut microbiomes get so unhealthy? Well, things like antibiotics, poor diet, high sugar, artificial sweeteners, soda, processed foods, and food additives strip our bodies of these important microbes. You add even more damage if you're under stress, don't get enough sleep, and you aren't exercising enough. Bloating, discomfort after meals, constipation, excess gas, and even bad breath are signs of something called dysbiosis, which means your gut is out of whack. If you are suffering from these conditions, you aren't alone. Dysbiosis affects 3 out of every 5 adults in North America. The good news is that you can get your gut back in balance and reaping the benefits of those amazing gut microbes. And good gut health is closer than you think. First, feed those good microbes with prebiotic fibers. Then seed your gut with good microbes found in probiotics. You can find these in supplements and in foods like yogurt. By doing this, you'll be able to nurture and grow your own complex and invisible community that is essential to your health. Bottom line, when your gut microbiome thrives, it means a healthier and happier you.
Okay, I love it. All right. So if you are ready to take your first step to a new normal, to get better health, to feel better, having a different life, showing up more for your family. I know many of us are probably mamas here. We feel selfish. I don't know about you, Marlee, but if you were having, 7, 8 kids and sometimes we feel like, well, I can't do this just for me, but I'm telling you, you're giving your kids a gift of a mama who's healthy, your family a gift of a mama who's healthy. Our recommendation is that you start with one of our systems. The one I mentioned earlier is called the triplex. That's our most popular one, but whoever invited you tonight, or if you're here listening to the replay, the person who showed you this call, they'll be able to help make a recommendation for you. Our systems are easy. They're 30 days, easy to follow, 30-day supply. We recommend you give it at least 60 to 90 days. And we say that because you're like, I think it was Marlee or Valeria, one of you mentioned, or maybe you both did, that you're wanting to, we didn't just do this. Our bodies weren't suffering for just a month or 2, right? We've put all these things in our bodies for all these years. And it really does take 60 to 90 days to really to get where you're wanting to be. So we recommend giving in that time. So we want to invite you to say yes, to take your first step. Here is the system we recommend, which I said is the triplex. And I know Marlee mentioned price. I'm just going to tell you, it's about $132 a month, roughly. The first time you get it, it'll be at a discount. We have welcome bundles with a free water bottle. That's about $112 with tax and shipping. But we do have a $10 off coupon that we'd like to offer you tonight as well. So it's roughly about $4 a day. And I'm telling you, there are people that used to, that would go into Starbucks every single day. You find a way to make that. When you know the value of what you're getting, it's worth it. So I want you to get with the person that invited you tonight, ask them for that coupon, ask them for the recommendation. And that's it, you guys. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording right here. And we appreciate you being on tonight. Let me stop it. And then here we go.